Good morning. I am at the gym right now. About to go inside. I can't live without the gym. It's something if I don't do, I'm back into that swing where if I don't do it, I don't feel good. I feel just blah. And when I come out of there, I just feel rejuvenated. I don't know what it is exactly, but I feel better going to the gym than I don't. I'm going at least at the minimum 3 days a week, and if I can get to 4, maybe 5, that's a bonus for me. But right now, 3 days is my minimum. I gotta say something here. You know, and I haven't addressed it yet, but the massacre that happened in Las Vegas this past week. It's sad that we have something like this going on practically every other month, or heck, every week it seems like. I mean, we have something crazy happening, whether it's a hurricane or it's people murdering others or whatever it is. I mean, today in Casa Grande, I mean, 4 people were hurt or killed or something. I can't remember. And that's here in Arizona. And then, 5.5 hours away in Las Vegas, people were shot and killed by a freak. And you've got to wonder what's being done to keep our country safe as far as in the border and in our cities. And you know what? I don't know. There's not really any answer right now because it seems like our government is ignoring the fact that we can carry guns wherever we go. And I'm not one that believes that we should have guns, but that's not my decision. I don't have guns in my house because of many different reasons. I don't think it's safe. I mean, people make the argument, well, if you're, pleading for your life and someone has a gun to your head, would you think differently? And I say, you know what? I wouldn't. Because, first of all, let me just say, I'm a Christian, and I'll put my faith in God above any other gun, any gun in a household. Because at the end of the day, if people want to make that decision to shoot me, you know what? I'm not going to. What am I going to do? I can still defend myself without having a gun. There are things I can do, and I know we're talking about guns here, and maybe this is far-fetched to some of you, but there are other ways to defend each other and defend ourselves. I mean, talk about pepper spray and a lot of different things, at least to help. I mean, I'm not saying these things are going to keep you alive, but you can try. And I don't believe in guns. I just don't. As far as defending yourself as a civilian, military-wise, I get it. If I was in the military, of course I'd believe in having to use those. But in the U.S., as a civilian, I don't think it's right. Yes, we have our amendments. I get it, but I I don't know if guns were ever intended for that. But I could be wrong. I made this point to my friend about a year ago, who decided to have guns in her house, and she has kids. I made the point to her, and and I'm not here to tell her what to do, but I was just pointing out the simple fact that if your kids go through a dresser drawer or they go through a place they're not supposed to be, and they grab that gun and start playing with it, where are the chances that they start accidentally firing it off? That's one of the reasons why I don't have guns in my house. I don't have kids, but I don't want any accidents to happen, even if it's the slightest possibility. I don't want it. And you know, my wife dealt with some trauma when she was younger with guns, so I don't want her to feel afraid in our house either. So, and she has the same stance as I do, but I mean, I don't want to put my wife in danger either. And this is what makes no sense to me. Why do we have guns in our house especially if we have kids? I don't think it's responsible. Now, this is just my opinion. I don't mean any disrespect to anyone else, but this is just the way I see it. I hope that people can understand where I'm coming from, but I wouldn't want someone to get hurt in my house by accident, knowing that I made a decision to have a gun in my house, simply just to defend myself. I mean, what did we do back in the day? When we couldn't carry guns, we defended ourselves any way we could. But that's the point. At least we tried to defend ourselves. And you know what? If something happens. It sounds weird when I say that, and again, I mean no disrespect or mean nothing to offend anyone, but there's something about guns in a house with kids, let alone without kids, that makes me very uncomfortable. Like I said before, I put my faith in God. And I know some of this doesn't make any sense, but because I'm trying to explain myself, I'm not very good sometimes, but it's just, I don't want anyone to get hurt. Anyways, going back to Las Vegas, I just pray for all the families in the city of Las Vegas that have lost loved ones and that are dealing with these times of violence, and I hope that everyone finds comfort and they're able to come back from this. It's just a despicable act that should have never, ever happened. We've got to figure out a way to make our city safer. We really do. I'm praying for you, Las Vegas. I knew the Bucks weren't going to win tonight, but you know, in the very end, we made a ball game still. We competed to the very end. The defense played really good against New England. We held them to we only held them to one touchdown the entire game. The rest of their points came off of field goals. So, you know what? I'll take it. I knew if we could split against the Giants and the Pats, we'd be okay. We're sitting here at 2-2 now. And now we go to Arizona next Sunday. Here. They come to Arizona to play the Cardinals, and I hope to God that we can play the Cardinals a lot better than we did last year. So, the play calling was terrible. I mean, didn't really utilize our skill positions very well. I thought Winston didn't play a great game. I'll give you that. But he's not the reason why we lost the game. The reason we lost the game was because of our kicker that can't make kicks. And it was pretty awful. We missed 3 field goals, which would have counted for 9 points. We would have beat the Pats tonight. Now, coulda, shoulda, woulda is over and done with. So we move on. You know, we competed with the Patriots, and that's all I can ask for. So, anyway, I am pooped. I am gonna go to bed. I have to go to work tomorrow around 1. So, with that being said, I am gonna call it a night. See ya.